Good morning, Roll Gang, and welcome on inside to today's episode of the Weekday Wake and Bake. I am super excited to be back in Spoon Studio for another episode of the show. We normally do a midweek mailbag episode of the show on Wednesdays, but today, because I have such a deep queue of strains to review, we are going to do a Weed Wednesday strain review segment judging this Blueberry Sunset by Suma on the show. Got a brand spanking new eighth of Suma Blueberry Sunset to smoke, and I cannot wait to judge it based on the RSRS, the Rolling Spoon rating scale, the way we commonly grade these cannabis strains that we smoke here on the Weekday Wake and Bake using 5 very rational criterion. The first being the bag appeal, the aroma, nug structure, density, coloration. The next is the flavor. How good does it taste and smell? The third is the ash color. How clean was it? Cured, grown, And then fourth is rating the throat hit. How does it hit? And then the definitive judgments is how does it feel? How did it match up with the terp report, the potency, the burn time? How was the experience? So based on those criteria, we will give Blueberry Sunset by Suma a grade out of 100 here on today's Weed Wednesday strain review on the Weekday Wake and Bake. So let's do, before we get on into the roll-up, let's do a little unboxing. We got, the packaging takes has no effect in the score. We'll peep the nugs. I'm just gonna pop this open and see brand spanking new eighth. Super fucking pumped to smoke this. Oh geez, couple layers. Oy vey. Maybe I did this wrong. Oh. Wow. Yo, it smells just like forbidden fruit. It smells just like forbidden fruit. Doesn't look as purpley though. I mean, crazy. A little bit like looser nugs. Definitely a touch bit of foxtailing going on. Some of the nugs for sure. This is the best. Let's see which one is the best of the batch. Let's show off the best nug of the batch. This one right here. Oh, the Blueberry Sunset by Suma. Super excited to smoke it. Let's smoke the best nug. Fuck it. We gotta give the strain the proper review. Smoke the best nug of the eighth and give it its proper judgment. So the first judging sector is the only one that we will perform before we light up the smoke itself. So basically, we have to give it a score out of 5 on bag appeal, which is nug structure, density, coloration, and aroma. So, guys, the aroma is strong. It almost smells like disty, like some distillate. It smells like a cartridge. Crazy, like it smells like caryophyllene, limonene combination. But definitely has that, patented forbidden fruit scent. You know, that really pungent, semi-fruity, decadent, rich type of smell. I'd say the aroma is the straw that stirs the drink. The nug structure, density, not anything to write home about. Coloration is great. We're going to go ahead, so a 5 would be seemingly perfect. 4 is dumb gas. 3 is nice looking. I'm going to go ahead and say this is a nice looking cannabis strain. You know what I mean? It's not like dumb fire, like super hardball nug with barely any frost. The frost level is great for sure, but there's not going to be any like additional frost when I break open the nug. Like you can basically see the whole nug, what's going on. So I am going to put all this in my grinder and roll it in a perfect joint. But while I do, major shout out to the sponsors of the show because they make it possible for the Weekday Wake and Bake and help out the Roll Gangsters along the way. First and foremost, the first ever cannabis college, Oaksterdam University. The place to go to claim your stake in this budding industry. If you are trying to learn how to grow some unbelievable homegrown herb in your very own house, look no further than Oaksterdam. You can use promo code Rolling Spoon to get 10% off your home grow course or any of the courses you decide to take at Oaksterdam. Great college-style courses taught by some of the best professors in the world. Cannabis industry professionals. Ed Rosenthal, known as the best grower in the history of cannabis. One of my professors. Fucking crazy. My proud alma mater, Oaksterdam University. Use promo code Rolling Spoon to get 10% off. So also this episode is brought to you by this handy dandy multi-tool, my Oaksterdam Rolling Spoon. I'm going to use it to help me roll a dime every time, just like on every episode of the show. But today, super important because if we don't give this a proper roll, then we will not be able to give it a proper judgment. So rolling a dime is of the utmost importance on a strain review episode. We've got to be able to give an unbiased and proper judgment to these strains. And the only way we can do that is if we roll the same exact joint every single strain review episode. Normally on Tuesdays, today on Wednesday, but we're going to roll the same joint we always roll. 1.25 inches, about a half gram to 0.4 to a half gram. Most of the time slightly less than a half gram joint. And this is basically what I commonly smoke. This is my I smoke about like 7 to 10 of these a day. 0.4 gram, you know. I really enjoy this smoke. It allows it to burn evenly. You can taste it the whole time. By the time it's roach, you can just toss it because you can spark another one if you really need it. It's not that much weed. But definitely enough to judge what is within the paper. You know what I mean? Whenever you roll a dime like this, you can definitely easily tell the only variable is the herb within the paper. You know, if it's rolled exactly the same way and exactly the same paper with exactly the same tip and everything, then the only variable is what we are trying to judge. And that is what we're trying to do here on Strain Review, is isolate the variable. And to do so, we gotta roll a dime. And I'm telling you, I wouldn't be able to do it without my handy dandy Rolling Spoon Cannabis Multi-Tool sitting in my grinder. Let's go. So we got a pearl rolled up of this Blueberry Sunset by Suma. Scored a 3 out of 5 on the pre-smoke judgment, but we know that doesn't mean all that much, Roll Gang. We got like the smoke that's basically the most effective. So let's go ahead and spark this baby and get on into this strain review. We are reviewing today Blueberry Sunset by Suma Cannabis here in Las Vegas, Nevada. One of the finest cannabis brands, most popular in the state for sure. Super pumped to try this Blueberry Sunset. Ooh, it's nice. Oh shit, roll gang. It's unexpectedly nice. It's unexpectedly nice. Do I taste some linalool? Guys, it's dumb creamy. It's really fucking smooth and tasty. It has absolutely zero plant matter flavor. The flavor is off the cuff, a resounding 5 out of 5. It is not, 5 out of 5s are not normally this satisfying. This is shocking. It tastes super terpy and creamy and clean. Definitely vape cart-esque. A nice, light, feathery rip. I don't know if I'm getting blueberry as much as I'm getting, like, tang. Almost a cherry cream. Little hint of, like, definitely spicy. Hint of, like, cinnamon or nutmeg, if you will. Just, honestly, shockingly good cannabis flavor. 5 out of 5 on flavor, resoundingly, like, and some. It wasn't even close. Alright. Next judgment is the ash color. I did just ash, so I'm gonna give it a moment to burn down. But man, what a unexpectedly satisfying experience. I really think this is some of the best smoke I've had on the show. I can't look at any of the numbers yet. I have to take guesses first. You guys probably aren't sure whether I looked at them before or not, but I can't prove I didn't, but I promise I didn't. Alright, so let's judge this ash color. You guys can see it. It's very white in some areas. It's pretty dark in other areas. Honestly, it's got great texture and solid coloration, but it's light gray. You know what I mean? This is a 3 out of 5. Very common result in that ash color during the strain review. It's very difficult. Maybe the most difficult factor of producing some fire cannabis is getting it to burn that whipped cream color white. But honestly, for the 25 bucks an eighth I spent on this, it's a really satisfying smoke. 3 out of 5 on the ash color. And then the throat hit. You know, this is honestly, it's super satisfying. It's not an incredibly potent smack that you're looking for, but really satisfying, creamy feeling. I can definitely sense the medicine on the inhale. Really flavorful, like overpoweringly flavorful on the exhale. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 4 out of 5 on the throat rip. It's that satisfying snap. Not overwhelming, not like screaming 25, 26 potency. Honestly, some people would prefer this over what I would consider a 5 out of 5 on the throat hit. I like to cough a little bit. There's this like light cough that I find extremely satisfying. To let me know I'm getting hella faded, but also like not like choking on it, if that makes sense. But honestly, a lot of people would call this a 5 out of 5. I'm gonna go a 4. It's not quite cough worthy for me, but super smooth. Like that's a pro in a lot of ways. One of the benefits for sure. An incredibly satisfying experience thus far. Getting super medicated. It's given me really great access to thoughts. I feel like my words are coming out pretty smoothly and I'm thinking pretty clearly. Great little uplifting high. I don't know if it's the type to go work out with, but great thought-provoking high, I would say, coming from the Blueberry Sunset by Suma. Shout out Suma for the smoke. So far we got a 3 out of 5 on pre-smoke, 5 out of 5 on flavor, 3 out of 5 on ash color, and a 4 out of 5 on the throat hit. The last judgment phase before we close out this strain review of Suma Blueberry Sunset is the definitive judgments. The burn time, the effects, the terpenes, and other present cannabinoids, basically. The experience, the stuff we couldn't control. You know, it's not too opinionated as I ash all over myself. But, so burn time, definitely satisfying. This is a 10-minute burn plus. I mean, I still have some to go on this joint, and it has not gone out. Tested THC percentage, honestly, feels around 22. The terpenes I sense, definitely caryophyllene. It definitely hits like caryophyllene, that patented spice. Probably followed by limonene. Wouldn't be surprised if there's some linalool in there. Definitely sensed a little floral aroma. Subtle, but definitely extremely satisfying. Probably no other cannabinoids. It's definitely like a THC strain. But let's look at the, let's read off the label now. Harvested October 31st, super fresh. 19% THC. That's interesting. I said 22. It smokes higher than 19. It's really satisfying and effective smoke. CBCA, 0.5%. Really interesting. Top terpene is myrcene. I was not getting that too much. Doesn't taste too fruity or purpley. The caryophyllene following up with, and then limonene. Both of them came through in the terps. We got 5 on the myrcene, 3 and 3 on the caryo and limonene. Fabulous flavor. You know, the definitive judgments, I'm going to give it a solid 18. An incredible burn time. Smoked a little more potent than it tested. Tasted a lot more tasty than it showed. And the terp profile didn't really line up with what I detected. But honestly, a really great take on forbidden fruit. The classic cannabis strain. I'm not sure how close the lineage is from Suma's Blueberry Sunset, but this checks all the boxes for fans of forbidden fruit, the decadent, rich, spicy flavor, and incredible effects, burn time. I mean, this baby 10-minute plus. It checks just about every box. An 18 out of 20 on the definitive judgments. So 18 out of 20. A 4 out of 5 on the throat hit, a 3 out of 5 ash color, 5 out of 5 flavor, and 4 out of 5 on the pre-smoke judgment. I'm going to go ahead and tally that up. But shout out WWNB University, the first ever cannabis college to boost your cannabis knowledge. Use promo code Rolling Spoon to get 10% off your home grow course and learn how to grow some pearled up joints yourself. Home grow course, you know. Claim your stake in this budding industry today and go to WWNB University. Oakland, California's very own. 15 years running. So 5s denote 20, 4s are 15, 3s are 10. So we have 10 points for the 3 on the bag appeal, 10 points. 5 on the flavor is 20 points, making 30. A 3 on the ash color, adding 10, makes it 40. A 4 on the throat hit adds 15, making it 55, plus the 18 from the definitive judgment section 73, I'm pretty sure. A 73 out of 100 for the Blueberry Sunset by Suma. I'm about to put this roach out. But an incredibly satisfying smoke. Anything between 70 and 80 is considered top shelf in terms of the RSRS. 70 to 80 top shelf, 80 to 90 elite. That's a rare result. 70 to 60, still high quality. But 73 on the Blueberry Sunset, well into the top shelf. And for 25 and 8th, I got it at Euphoria Dispensary. Probably the banger choice, for real. An incredibly satisfying smoke. Does all the effects while packing it into a flavorful and potent rip for sure. I really enjoyed the experience. Clean, easy on the throat, and definitely satisfied with the 73 out of 100 on the Suma Blueberry Sunset. On the RSRS Rolling Spoon Rating Scale, a 73 out of 100. A top shelf, well into the top shelf for 25 and 8. Good shit, Suma. Really enjoyed this smoke. Really enjoy smoking with the Roll Gangsters every weekday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern. It is a great time to chop it up with you guys. Wake up, wake and bake, and then get on with our days. So if you guys would let me know in the comments section wherever you're watching this posted after the fact, special shout out and kisses to all the people watching live on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. But I love you guys, Roll Gang, and I will see you tomorrow putting on my Anchorman cap, my Processor Anchorman cap, to share the cannabis industry news with you guys. So fucking pumped to get on into the latest and greatest in cannabis industry news on tomorrow's episode of the Weekday Wake and Bake. Mwah! I love you guys, Roll Gang. See you tomorrow.